Nothing brings the family together during the holidays like an amazing hot chocolate. So I'm gonna start by making a wet caramel into a thick bottom pot. If you had a thin bottom pot, it's gonna burn easily. You don't wanna do that here. I'm using half a cup of water and 1 1/3 cup of sugar. The difference between the dry caramel and the wet caramel is the wet caramel has a little bit of butter added to it, a little bit of water, a little amber color action. We're going to deglaze with some rum. This is an epic chocolate rum that I'm gonna add to it, of course, to get that chocolatey flavor inside of our caramel. A little bit at a time, just a little bit at a time. You pour it all in there at once, it'll explode. We're just gonna let this come together before we add 6 tablespoons of butter to that. The bubbling, the deliciousness. I'm pouring it onto a silpat, which will give us a non-stick surface to pop this caramel off of. I'm starting with 3 cups of milk. I'm gonna add 1 full cinnamon stick to that, just crack it in half, throw it in. I'm gonna add a generous pinch of cayenne to it, because a little heat never hurt. And we're gonna put a lid on that, we're gonna let it steep for about 10 minutes. And now we're gonna infuse our milk with the caramel. I'm emulsifying it into the milk by adding it in while it's hard. If I were to pour the caramel in there in its liquid state, it would never infuse with the milk, and you'd end up with these clumps of caramel in there. I'm using 2 different types of chocolates. I'm using a dark chocolate, I'm using milk chocolate, like Hershey's, or something that you love. You can throw Reese's Pieces in there. Let's put it off to the side and make some homemade whipped cream for it. I find that you have more muscle in your arm, whisking away. I want to incorporate a little bit of Di Serrano in there. It's gonna give it this slightly cherry flavor, which is gonna go so well with our hot chocolate. I'm adding a heaping tablespoon of powdered sugar to that. You can put this in a piping bag, or you could just dollop it on top of your hot chocolate here. No one said it needed to be pretty. We're gonna garnish that with some ground coffee beans. And guys, you have it.